Eagles fan.
Well, the Redskins fan, I feel like somehow it become a hate crime.
Fair enough. That's actually kind of interesting. They're bringing boxing back to network TV.
All right, here we go. Back in Carolina, Cam Newton. This is during pregame warm-ups. He was talking to, I don't know who that is, Eddie George maybe? Kind of looks like vaguely like Eddie George, but I don't think so. All right, thanks. Great job. It is Wilson. He's got the spread out wide. He's alone in the backfield. Pass off the hands of Doug Baldwin. Josh Norman almost picking up the scraps there.
Yeah. It was a really, really heads-up play there by Josh Norman. Not. I mean, it didn't do him any good, but that's something to watch later on. One more turnover for the Seahawks team would absolutely, needless to say, be devastating.
Wilson's going to come out of the gun.
King in there on
this
Josh
time he's
Norman.
got Lynch in the backfield with him, and everybody is lined up fairly tight on the outside. Lockett moves from right to left. Waits for the snap. Now he gets it. Drops back. Passes to Lockett. No, that's to Jermaine Kearse.
Yeah, and Kearse just snatching it out of the air there.
For a gain of 6 or 7. 3rd and 2 Seattle.
They're giving him 8 there. And that was... The fact that Russell Wilson was able to rifle that pass in there to a very well-covered Jermaine Kearse really just speaks to his ability as a quarterback. Just to kind of, come back from a very, very terrible first half and still stay focused.
Wilson out of the gun. Lynch to his right. Receivers to his right. He's going to roll right. He's going to fire off the hands of Baldwin.
And that's going to bring up 4.
That was almost a circus catch, a circus interception as well.
Yeah.
By McClain.
Couple different people there. Look at that.
Baldwin had that
ball.
one. You got to come up with that. Then he almost grabs it again. Then McClain almost gets it too.
Right. Yeah, McClain. If he gets his hands on that, that's an interception.
Baldwin really should have come up with that catch, though.
That's true.
Now it's a punt from John Ryan.
I mean, it's never easy to dive, make those diving catches, especially that close to the ground when Russell Wilson kind of leaves it low for you. It's a fake! And they're going to... Yes, they are.
First down, run to the right. Done. It was a direct snap to Deshaun Sheed, the strong safety.
Yeah.
Who was the personal protector on that punt.
I will say...
And it goes for a first down.
I kind of can't believe that the Panthers didn't see that coming.
And they did have a man get a hand on him. It was Cortland Finnegan who put a hand on him.
And what a
great
nice
play
kind
by
of
Sheed, the safety.
Yeah.
Making a nice run, evading tacklers.
And
now we have first down and 10 on the Seahawks on their own 40. Lynch in the backfield with Wilson. He's got 2 bunched up left. He's going to look left. Firing over the middle. It's complete to Kearse for the first down and a little more.
Barely got that play off. I think the Panthers wanted to delay a game flag, and they were kind of caught unawares there.
Kearse just on a simple little in route.
In the secondary of this Panthers team now...
Slanting in.
Looking a little tired.
And Wilson looks pretty happy in the backfield with Lynch again.
Wilson has been
looking to the right, looking to the left, rolling right, looking back to the left, escaping a tackler. Will he run it? He will, but just back to the line of scrimmage. Not able to get anything going there on that broken play.
Wilson showing a lot of shiftiness there, though, able to dodge not just 1, but 2 tacklers who he was one-on-one with.
You can see how he rotates his pads relative to his hips. So that you don't know, if you're looking up trying to make a tackle, you don't know which way his hips are moving.
That's really important. Yeah, you can actually watch this. Oh, that's a hold.
Lynch is holding there.
That's
how much that affects the play, not sure.
No, but
certainly could have been called. Now there's going to be nobody in the backfield. 4 wide, 1 tight end for Wilson. Wilson's moving around the pocket now. He's
late.
Hit.
Oh man,
Absolutely
really
nailed
late blitz.
By the late blitz from the cornerback Josh Norman.
Wow.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 22.
That was about 3 or 4 seconds with Russell Wilson just...
Norman deciding. Looks like Norman made the decision to blitz there. Norman was in coverage.
Ballsy.
And then he comes in late and just decides to go after Russell Wilson. I guess maybe he thought he was running.
Possibly, yeah.
Maybe Norman in the spy there, taking a look at the receiver and then moving in on Wilson.
That is a huge swing there.
Huge play from a huge player. And now the Seahawks aren't going to get the playoff.
Nope. They're going to have to call a timeout.
They did call a timeout.
Wow.
Now, that I don't understand. 3rd and 24.
Yeah, the difference between 24 and 29 isn't that much.
Versus
honestly.
Having an extra timeout at the end of the game.
Yeah,
I don't understand it. Is it an embarrassment factor?
The thing about the NFL, and you know this too, man, is that if you make a decision like that, you've got people saying like, oh, why don't they just take a timeout? Like, people do. It's the reason why people don't go for 2 every single touchdown, even though it is almost always the better choice based on statistics. It's weird, like, tradition-based, safe play that isn't always necessarily safe or the best choice in the decision. Or the best choice in the moment. That's the thing. The safe play is often not. It often leads you to a very tough situation later on because you didn't do something that seems riskier at the time but actually has a higher chance, maybe not of success in the moment, but of
Wilson
helping you win the game.
In the gun, Panthers in the
just
prevent,
dropping everyone back,
dropping everybody back. So the pass is going to be short to Lynch. Lynch
Yeah,
will have to break quite a few tackles to make this first down, and he breaks 2. But because he is Marshawn Lynch. But
I was going to say, you throw that close to the sideline, though, no matter how many tackles Marshawn Lynch is able to break, at some point you're going to be able to force him out of bounds. Now, 4th and 13, decision time here from Pete Carroll. See how ballsy he gets. Looks like John Ryan's out to punt.
Could it be another fake? Ted Ginn Jr. counting up his personnel, making sure he's got the right number of people on the field. Ryan, the safety, who
Sheed's there again,
still there again, but this is going to be snapped to Ryan. Ryan's going to kick it deep. Going to be inside. Looks like it's going to bounce.
Yeah, fair copy. He got back on it.
But he got it back.
Yeah.
Of course, the Seahawks players aren't going to allow that to stand. At about his own 11, so tough field position here.
Yep.
For Carolina.
Ginn's hands have been an issue pretty much all year. He's muffed a couple of key punt returns, kickoffs, and he's dropped his fair share of on-target passes from Cam Newton this year. So we'll see if that factors in later on. Obviously, that was a fair catch, so he wasn't going to be able to advance the ball anyway. But
Greg Olsen, also a nominee, along with Richard Sherman from the Seahawks. Yep. Greg Olsen of the Panthers, a nominee for Walter Payton Man of the Year award. It's going to be announced February 6th.
If I may, I think the only award that should be given to NFL players, other than Player of the Year, MVP, shit like that, the ESPYs. We talked about the ESPYs last time and how they're a farce.
What's the only... Oh, I got it.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So Stewart's going to take the carry. He's going to run left for a gain of 5. Good run by Jonathan Stewart.
Yeah, showing some of that motor that we hadn't kind of seen yet. And I think they're not going to want to run another play until the end of the 3rd.
Jonathan Stewart, not a young man.
No, he's been with the Panthers for a little bit.
Of course, he 8-year man out of Oregon. He split time with D'Angelo Williams. Stewart was brought in first, I believe.
Yes.
D'Angelo Williams was brought in first, and then Stewart was brought in sort of surprisingly, and ended up they shared time. Now D'Angelo Williams, of course, went to Pittsburgh to back up Le'Veon Bell. Has had a great season in relief for the injured Bell, and Stewart has had a Pro Bowl season.
I was going to say,
here in Carolina,
really coming to his own this season. Just showing that he's not just a split time back. He's not just a backup or someone to just kind of spell. He's not a spell running back. Showing that he has the skill set to be not just a starter in the NFL, but to be a starter on a playoff NFL team that is poised to lead his team to a victory over a very, very strong Seattle Seahawks team.
Remember, it's interesting because D'Angelo Williams was taken by Carolina out of Memphis, the first round of the 2006 NFL Draft, made the Pro Bowl in 2009. Then Jonathan Stewart out of Oregon drafted in the first round in 2008. So they spent a first round pick number 27 on D'Angelo Williams. 2 years later, they spent a first round pick number 13 on Jonathan Stewart. The next year after they pick up Stewart, Williams makes the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, Pro Bowl.
And now they've let go of Williams after splitting time between the two backs, and now Stewart has made the Pro Bowl in 2015.
I think it speaks to the fact that the Panthers are really good at developing talent. You know, and you don't have to look much further than Cam friggin' Newton to see that. He has grown over his, few years in the league. 3 years? Right?
I
think Cam Newton's only been in the
5
league.
years.
Whoa, I'm old. Okay. Yeah, that's right, because 2011, Auburn.
And here he is from his own 16. He's going to run
the
it.
Draw.
Newton on the draw. Gets himself about 3 yards. That's going to set us up for 3rd and 3.
Good wrap up there by the Seattle Seahawks defense. Cam Newton thought he had that first down. That was, I believe, Kendall Wright there wrapping him up. I'm sorry, KJ Wright, not Kendall Wright.
And Newton's going to come out with an empty backfield. He's got 3 bunched tight on the right and 2 bunched wide on the left. Now he brings Tolbert into the backfield with him, the big fullback. Looks like he might be changing something up, maybe calling out coverage, and he takes the snap, drops back to throw, looking to his right.
Got plenty of time.
It's complete to the tight end, Dixon.
He had Dixon
for the
wide
first down
open.
and a couple more yards.
You could see Dixon just sitting there for a good 3 to 4 seconds, just waiting for the ball. Cam Newton kind of seeing him, but looking to see if he had any better options down the field. The fact that his protection was that good on the play is pretty telling.
Newton did have all kinds of time.
Yeah,
Seahawks
look
brought
at this.
4, and it was not enough to overwhelm that big front of the Panthers. 2 Pro Bowlers on that front.
Khalil, one of them.
The center, Khalil, and the right guard, Trey Turner.
They've really been doing their job so far today.
Newton looking up. Now he might run it. No, he's going to throw it short over the middle. Good play. That's complete to Stewart for a gain of 5.
He had a couple different options on that. As you were saying, he really could have kind of tucked and run and probably gotten that 5 as well. It was a bunch of wide open space underneath.
But the coverage was decent downfield.
You look at the stats, the numbers between how many times Cam Newton has been pressured and how many times Russell Wilson has been pressured, and it's pretty telling of this game so far. Obviously, Seattle right back in this game, but the difference in the skill and the play of the offensive lines, I think, is going to be the story of this game.
Newton takes a snap from under center. The give is to Stewart. Stewart's not going to get back to the line. Stuffed for a loss of 2.
Good play by the D-line there. They didn't even stack the box, I don't think. They dropped back into coverage, and just that strong, big D-line able to absolutely stuff a running back who has been doing all kinds of damage to them so far this game.
Beautiful aerial shots, of course, provided by Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side. If you're listening to us and not watching, you didn't see them.
The famous Nationwide blimp.
All right, Cam Newton here on 3rd down. He's been good on 3rd down so far, but now he has to call a timeout, and he's not happy about it. Nor should he be.
No, that's one of on 3rd down you can't take the. I would never recommend taking the. Oh, man.
And Cam Newton is
he's
yelling at some assistant coaches.
He's fired up.
On the sideline.
Trying to get the right play call, the right personnel out. And there, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. So, You know my feelings on Joe Buck. I was never a huge fan of him, but this season, more than any other season,